everyone, my name is Life and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing 6 more game theories and I'll also be joined by my cousin, Joker. So, on the surface, Animal Crossing appears to be a happy-go-lucky game about a human villager living with animals that are really into decorating. However, according to one particular fan theory, Animal Crossing is really about a child being kidnapped and introduced to a cult. While each Animal Crossing game starts off differently, they usually involve the player character being transported to a town, sometimes by a character named Cap'n. Cap'n, by the way, is modeled after the Japanese mythological creature Kappa, which is known for kidnapping children. Once the player arrives in the village, they are immediately buried underneath a mountain of debt, forcing them to complete a series of mind-numbing and repetitive tasks in an effort to pay it off. Upon paying off their house payment, Tom Nook has it upgraded, with or without permission, which throws the player right back into the red. If that were enough, there are guards at the gates that prevent the player character from ever escaping the village, further driving home the idea that Animal Crossing is about a kidnapped child that has no hope of escape.
Okay guys, Joker Junior GT here, and mine is Final Fantasy VIII. What if Squall actually died in the end of the first disc of Final Fantasy VIII, and the rest of the game is just a dream sequence that appears to be moving in real time, like hallucination, but really it's just flashing before Squall's eyes? This theory is one of the more popular theories to hit the web, and for a good reason. There's actually a decent amount of evidence in support of this Final Fantasy VIII theory of Squall. Alright, at the end of the first disc, Squall is impaled during a boss fight against Adia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, correct me if I'm wrong. And then falls off of a platform. He awakens in another area, but is wounded as mysteriously disappeared. His wound has mysteriously disappeared from the fight scene. And the way the rest of the game plays out, it's like a series of plot twists that rely on a lot of coincidences and all of that, almost like a dream. Like it's fake, and you know that it's fake, but you don't know it's fake. Don't ask me. And then at the end of the game, once the final boss has been defeated, Squall experiences even stranger sensations. With the images of his friends becoming blurry and distorted as the final cutscene rolls along. There's then a disturbing shot of Squall with no face. Yeah, that guy right there with the scar on his face. And then we see a pure white feather float down to him, which might be like an angel wing part thing. You know what I'm talking about. It's always in the movies. And then it is at this point that Squall finally hits the ground after being impaled by Adia and is dead. The tone of the scenes shifts dramatically, and everyone in Squall's life is shown to be extremely happy and joyful, as though Squall has made it to the Final Fantasy VIII version of heaven. Maybe a Final Fantasy VIII remake in the vein of the Final Fantasy VII remake could help shed more light on this theory.
This theory involving Nintendo's resident pink puffball, Kirby, is downright eerie. It states that the Shiver Star planet in Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, is a future post-apocalyptic version of Earth. Shiver Star itself looks very similar to Earth, complete with a single moon in its orbit, but the difference is that it is covered completely in ice. While it could just be a random ice planet, the places that Kirby visits, while there further supports the idea that Shiver Star is Earth, such as a shopping mall and a factory. There are no humans to be found in these locations, just mindless patrolling robots, suggesting that humanity has been wiped out. Alright, well, now that Joker is leaving, then I will be covering his theories. Alright, the ending of Mass Effect 2, or 3, upset so many players that BioWare released an extended version of it. However, there are some players out there that believe the original ending to Mass Effect 3 was actually rather brilliant, and these people typically subscribe to the Mass Effect 3 indoctrination theory. The theory points to various pieces of evidence, such as the fact that Commander Shepard is the only character in the game that ever sees the Vancouver boy that appears at the end of the game, and that there are numerous instances wherein Shepard could have been indoctrinated like other characters have. It also points to the final moments of the game as representing Shepard's deteriorating mind, and the three choices at the end as the final step of Shepard's Reaper indoctrination. In Portal, the weighted companion cube is a cute-looking object with a heart painted on it. Players everywhere fell in love with the cube thanks to the manipulation by antagonist GLaDOS, which made we're just gonna skip that word. It all the more heartbreaking. Being forced to destroy the companion cube was bad enough, but it could have much more sinister implications. What if there are people stuffed inside the cubes? This theory is supported by the wall writings of Ratman, who places pictures of companion cubes over photographs of his former colleagues, perhaps hinting that his colleagues are the ones trapped inside the cubes. Whether they're dead or alive inside the cubes is anyone's guess, but considering GLaDOS's warning not to listen to the cube if it talks, we're leaning towards the latter. Let me just fix that sentence right there. We're leaning towards the latter. I don't know why there was an R in here, but yeah. Next theory. One of the permeating themes throughout The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask is death. There are theories that state that the game is actually about Link coping with the loss of Navi, and that the events of the Majora's Mask represent the 5 stages of grief. Another, darker theory explores the idea that Link himself has died. The theory retains the 5 stages of grief angle, while also adding some new bits that point to Link dying at the beginning of the game. The evidence for this theory points to the fact that many of the residents of Termina, sorry, that's my cat, Termina are identical to characters that Link encountered in Ocarina of Time, and that the character and the name of the Termina land being close to the word terminal, considering the time traveling. Complicated Zelda timeline. This is a theory that is hard to judge one way or another, but it's an interesting way to look at the game nevertheless. That's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, then crush the like button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I will leave a link to my Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram in the description below, and James' channel will be there too. So, yeah, I will also be making another game theory video today, but it's not going to be a top 6 video. It's actually going to be just one giant theory. If you guys are looking forward to that, then crush the like button, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!